But let's go ahead and start it. And so our next demo on the card is Teabat, and it is going to be releasing next year in February of 2022. Again, this is a free-to-play demo, so before we go any further, let me drop a couple of things. Like, the following live stream footage of Teabat is a demo of the game. Therefore, the footage you see may or may not be featured in the final version of the game. Also, there may be some noticeable bugs in the game. In addition to that, I'd also like to take the time to point out that the following game, Teabat, uses flashing lights and or images that can be an issue for those who have photosensitivity issues, even if you've never had them before. Viewer's discretion is advised. With that being said, let's get into Teabat, because this one looks really good. And like I was saying, once upon a time, that's not what I was saying. There was a thriving kingdom deep in the valley. It's always a kingdom in the valley. With a strong culture built upon a love for tea. Based on characters and concepts by Shannon Hill. The kingdom was as beautiful as it was lively. But for some, that would never be enough. Art and design. Beyond the valley lie a magical forest with lakes and rivers of tea. Music and sound. But no one dared enter, as the forest was defended by a vicious creature. Directed by Brendan. I'm not even gonna butcher their last name because that would be rude. Teabat, episode 1. Because I hate when people ruin my name, so I would not do that to anyone else. Oh, we have an actual ability too. That's cool. So, as I was saying before I started actually playing the demo, I was saying how cool this would be if this was like on Evercade. So, you know, if Evercade ever comes out with another like indie game collection card, which I actually did end up finally getting, but if they actually come out with another Evercade indie collection card, I would love if they actually like legit would add this game to the cart. Like, I think this would be a cool addition to the cart. So definitely the devs should look into possibly like maybe reaching out to Evercade to see if they're, you know, like I said, if they're doing another indie game collection, see if that they can get their game onto the cart, because that would be cool. Especially with the Evercade Versus coming out next month. That would be fantastic. Like, legit. I think I'm only missing 2 carts from my collection as of right now. Alright. I appreciate you stopping in. Go, be careful out there as well while you fixing the tire. But thank you for stopping in, and it was nice to see you. I hope you know, continue to do well. Oh, kind of like that teapot. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if there's an actual, like, ending to this. Wait, didn't that look like a door you could go in? I wonder, can we go in there? We can. I'm like, didn't that look like a door you could go in? And it was. Or maybe that's a time limit on how long you get to play the demo. I didn't think of it that way. Definitely, you could tell that the developers of this have a love for retro old school games as well. But this is a very gorgeous game. Oh, I actually took damage that time. Luckily, there's a heart there, though. Looks like that's a bad guy. Rufus. No! Got him! I was like, I didn't know if he got me or if I got him, but apparently we got him! Okay. Yeah, so I guess that is the demo for Teabat there. But that was a lot of fun, and I'm kind of sad that it ended that fast. But yeah, so that was the demo for Teabat. It was a short demo, but I can honestly say that it was a good demo. You know, it gave you just enough to want more of the game, and I definitely want more. Like I said, I would, if I was the development team for Teabat, I would definitely reach out to Evercade. You know, this is totally not me, you know, hinting that Evercade should definitely come out with another indie game collection. You know, I might be biased, but if they decide to come out, I mean, technically it was Indie Game Collection Volume 1. But if they are going to come out with a Volume 2, I would recommend, once Teabat, like, releases, if the development team for Teabat reached out to Evercade to see if they could get Teabat added to, like, if they decide to do another indie game collection cart, or even just working with Evercade to get, because Evercade does have a particular cart that only has like 2 games on it, so it would just be cool to see this being played on Evercade, because it definitely fits what the Evercade is trying to do as far as like retro type games and things like that. And I've seen a lot of retro indie companies that do retro based games end up on Evercade, or they kind of partner with Evercade. So I would definitely reach out to them, because I think this would be a great game for the fans of the Evercade to play as well, because it fits the aesthetic of the console in the long run. But other than that, I really enjoyed the demo of it. You know, like I said, I wish it was a little more, but, you know, sometimes less is more, and in the case, less is more. But if you like what you saw of Teabat, definitely go ahead and click on the link here, and that's going to take you to the Steam page for Teabat. Now, as I always tell you, please go ahead and wishlist the game if you like what you saw, or if you play it and you enjoy it. Please wishlist the game. Again, I cannot, stress how much wishlisting a game does help the developers. It helps them end up in people's recommendations. Once the game released with enough wish lists, reviews, and sales, they can end up in the new and noteworthy section on Steam, and sometimes even on the front page of Steam. So when in doubt, please, please, please go ahead and wishlist it out.